Best of Sandstone Villa or no, I'm afraid I have little time of which to suffer a distraction. Somehow, it has fallen to me to make sure the Grand Bursar is appropriating gold to meet our needs correctly. I was not trained for this. In reality, the positions of scholars in the Basilica are abstract enough that we are called upon to monitor a variety of concerns and issues, academic and banal. Adessa's done a lot for the sake of this desert. It's our coin that keeps Ironfast Keep in mail, and it keeps the mines open. Yes, yes. Who's there? Well, look at you. Don't seem to be quite as busy as the other humans working the scaffolding. You might be perfect. Listen, stranger, would you like to earn a bit of coin? No sweat off your brow, promise. Every now and then, the scholars take an assistant from the laboratories in the walls to the Basilica. Right now, that's me. The Basilica is where the scholars of Adessa reside. Not many assistants there besides me, but I manage. The scholars are the most educated gnomes. You could say they are the thinkers of our society. Lost? The Basilica Nostra is home to Adessa's scholars. The Forum is the center of Adessa, and behind that is Livrarium, Adessa's library. The Consistorium is, well, under construction. Even in its unfinished state, the Forum is a perfection of architecture, a fitting place for the seat of our government. The Livrarium is our storehouse of knowledge. The works of many scholars, sages, historians, and mages can be found within. I don't know all the details about it. I assist many scholars with their works here. I know that Scar Naren was involved in linguistics. It's safe to say the experiment will likely be some verbal study. Scar Naren has quarters in the Basilica Nostra. Speak with her and she'll get you started. You need to speak with Scar Naren in the Basilica Nostra. She'll tell you what to do.
What?
You wish to speak? The Grand Bursars will invest money for its clients. It's an easy, but risky way to put coins to work. Blessings to you.
Nerrit Weil can teach anyone how to pick locks, if they have coin.
What's needed? You wish to speak?
Fancy a chat?
Yes?
Fancy some chat? I could use a break from the labor. What are you looking for? There's enough to the city left to be built that I wonder if it will ever be finished. Back to work.
Yes?
Keep the peace, stranger. I know you are welcome to Sandstone Villa, but we've no need for any outside trouble. I am the leader of the Praetorian Watch within the Isles. Me and my guards ensure that nothing jeopardizes the institutions we've built here. We are the backbone of gnomish society. The scholars are the brain, and the Templars are the will. But we are the means. Adessa is a coveted prize. We've turned a barren stretch of desert into an oasis of knowledge. So we Praetorians must protect it. Very well.
What? I got enough things on my mind, stranger, without dealing with the inquiries of a busybody. Not much left to claw out of the dirt and deter, so I came here with my husband Esclad to try and make a living. Either that or starve. My damn fool of a husband. Thought the gnomes wouldn't punish a man who was desperate from hunger, but he was wrong. A dark and dingy place. Don't know how, but the gnomes managed to take one of these grand buildings and turn it into an eyesore. The gnomes call this a place of enlightenment, but it comes at the cost of sympathy for wretches like us. Yes, off with you.
What can I do for you?
As an outsider, I think you'll find there's a lot to take in when walking Adessa. Are you enjoying your stay in Sandstone Villa? I am an assistant in the laboratories. I one day aspire to work in the Basilica Nostra, where the greatest scholars collaborate. The laboratories are where the practical magic studies are performed. Our findings go to the Basilica Nostra. We use them to create new theories of laws and magic. That is the home of Adessa's finest minds. They have been freed from thinking about tangible science, of practical limitations, and experiment only in the theoretical. Adessa was not founded for trade or power, like Rathir and Milsenshire. We were founded to study, with the librarium at our heart. Oh, farewell.
speak?
Ah, you'll be looking for Scorn the Wren then. She's in the Basilica Nostra.
You wish to speak?
I have heard that someone was helping my subordinate, Corden. It seems he has lost a very, very important letter. While I applaud your diligence in tracking this to me, I'm sad to say that Corden's error is grievous. He will be punished for losing the letter. While my background lies in the study of magical acuity contextualized by race, somehow I ended up being a Basilica liaison to the Domus concerning Fae and Alfar. It is the product of centuries of learning. Here we distill the experiences of our race into axioms, knowledge that future generations may live by. The scholars first found this crater, brimming with strange potential. In studying the area, more equipment and people came, until a city was born. That is a half-truth. I requested the letter of Corden, true, but it was not my idea. That came from a higher source. The Templars have reached a tentative quorum regarding our stance in the war, but a cautious few requested I draft this letter. A Templar must be obeyed. But what can be done when they give conflicting orders? So I had the letter written, and Corden lost it. Damn it all. I knew that Dirty Traveler was not capable of performing even the simplest of tasks. I will not allow you the privilege of extorting me. I will resign my position and name Corden as my replacement. We shall see how he fares. I would be very careful if I were you. You are known to the Templars, and it was never their intention to treat you lightly. I see.
You wish to speak?
Yes? Another? Yes.
You won't believe this. I'm being presented with the opportunity to join the Basilica Nostra. Must have been from your help. I never thought in my wildest years. I only hope to correct a mistake. It will take time to be approved, but here is your reward with my thanks. Of course, of course. I'm indebted to you. This is the least I could do. The order to set you in Sandstone Villa came from Templar Joriel. He's the one interested in you, and she's in the forum. If you wish to converse with her, you should go quickly. No one knows how long a Templar might remain in one place. According to several writs that have passed my desk, she will be in the Basilica Nostra on business. Joriel is an extremely busy figure in this city. If you wish a word with her, now is the time to have it. Fair enough.
What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. I have been the one that has orchestrated your observation. There was much to gain, and relatively little to lose. You must understand, I meant no harm. The Praetorians have a saying, an army is but a single being, and every soldier is a weapon it wields. If every common soldier is a weapon, what of you? Certainly a rare commodity in these contested times, if not a kingmaker. Your presence here is too tempting for some of my colleagues, so I observe you to observe them. That is the game we Templars must play. Yes and no. You wield a power new and greater than many are capable of understanding, and to unforeseen repercussions. I worry of that. But greater still is our response to this power, how we approach it, and how we attempt to understand it. This city, our race, is built on the promise of plans reaching fruition, and as convicted as some are, others might be distracted by you. A simple enough question. The answer is unfortunately complicated. I speak with the authority of a Templar. It is enough to make my suspicions law, if need be. So I must remain silent, if I wish to learn what I need. No, to speak frankly, I had intended this observation to be conducted with your awareness. You were never meant to know that someone was watching you. It could make my quarry suspicious. It is a frustrating turn of events. But how did you come here? Who exposed this to you in the first place? Bruton? Bodyguard? I never hired any... Ugh, by Athene. I've been outmaneuvered. Whoever hired Bruton likely knew you would be watched, and knows you're meeting with me. You have to find Bruton. Whoever he's working for, they can't have good plans for you or me. We've been had. I gave you Sandstone Villa, hoping to use it to uncover the Templars, who have been plotting to exploit you for war. But in doing so, my quarry uses their agent Bruton to trace me through you. They'll have both of our heads if we don't stop them.
Been to the Domus Politica yet? My faith be seeing you.
Damn it all, Esclad. Why'd the fool have to get himself locked? Yes, off with you.
I've learned enough about your doings to know when I've been found out. Took you long enough. When I was told I'd be targeting a man who came back from the dead, I thought I heard wrong. Then I learned about the Well of Souls. As soon as Joriel's out of the way, my employers will make the well theirs, and all of the power that comes with it. The Templars are not all of like mind for what road our civilization needs to take, such as my employer. We plan on grander things for our brethren, but some are holding us back, like Joriel. So we'll kill her. Then they can experiment on you. But before that happens, me and the boys will have our fun. Yeah, good hunting.
You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the... We have already discussed this. As such, Templar Octien will remain It is an estate that I have ordered to be kept empty. From their council, each Templar is allowed Unlike the lofty... As such, we must maintain neutral... You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. Again. What is it you require of me? Do get... It is an estate that I have ordered to be kept empty, for when I... From their council in the... Each Templar is allowed Unlike... As such, we...
Look at you. I've waited so long for these. There are some things you simply cannot do with ordinary blades. Beautiful, exquisite things. I got my start doing vivisections in the laboratories. I showed enough knowledge of humoral balance and physiology that I was asked to join the Basilica. It is where the greatest minds of the gnomes, the scholars, can determine the underlying rules and laws of existence. From here, our power is born. My colleagues are always at the forefront of research. I must stay at my best to keep up. The city has no parallel, and it's only half built. I can't even conceive of all the contributions we will make to these lands in learning and policy. Very well.
Blessings to you.
I sent Audern to recruit subjects, I didn't think I'd find one quite as tall as yourself. But he has done well. In fact, I'd say you make the perfect test case for my newest work. I've specialized in the study of languages and discourse. Of course, the Basilica sees no end of political applications for my research, so I'm happy to be well funded. The Basilica is currently funding more remote experiments than ever before. Why would they do so much work externally? Makes it difficult to keep track of it all. Not all the scholars are dedicated to academia. Some, like Ailey Ehrencourt, are put on bureaucratic duties between projects. It's not always ideal. In so many words, yes, I'm developing a potion vital for future diplomacy. One that will let the user understand foreign tongues. But it requires calibration. Currently, the potion grants universal understanding, but it will not properly permit speech. I will administer a new formula. The spells in my lab shall localize the effects, so I can ask a few questions of you in various tongues. Yes. Now, I will just administer the potion and we can begin. Yes? If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Very good. Very good indeed. I'm going to try a different language now. See if you can understand it. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Summer? I see. Here's my final question. There is an army of Fae named the Tuatha. Tell me, where are they from? Well, that was less successful than I would have liked, but the data will be useful to me nonetheless. I'm happy to have had your help with this. Take these potions as a reward with my thanks. Yes.
The greatest. I got my start doing vivid. My colleagues are all. The city has very well.
Blessings to you.
Well, but he has done well. The Basilica is currently funding more. I've specialized in the... Not all the scholars are dead. In so many words, yes. But it requires calibration. I will administer a new formula. Yes. Now, yes. If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Well, on to the next question. Tell me, where can I see. Here is my final question. Administering the counteragent. Most frustrating, you know. I really must yes? Hello again. Have you elected to resume the experiments? Very well. Allow me... Yes? If you can understand the words I am using, please say my name. Very good. Very good indeed. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Summer? This is rather remarkable progress. We've covered much more ground than my other subjects. Now, I am not quite as versed in the language of the Jotun as I really need to be for this, but I'll attempt to ask my final question anyways. There is an army of Fae named the Tuatha. Tell me, where are they? Well, that was less successful. I'm happy to have had your help with this. Yes? Well, but he has done well. The Basilica is currently I've specialized, not all the scholars, in so many, but I will administer a new form. Yes, yes. If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Well, on to the next question. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Administering, yes. Well, but he has done well. I've specialized in the study. Not all the scholars are dedicated. The Basilica is currently funding more in so many, but I will administer a new form. Yes, yes. If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me. Very good. Tell me, where can I find? This is rather remarkable Now, there is an army of Fae named the Well, that was less successful than I would have liked, but the data will be useful to me nonetheless. I'm happy to have had your help with this. Take these potions as a reward with my thanks. Yes?
You wish to speak?
Blessings to...
I was lucky I ran into you. You have no idea how hard it's been to wrangle an experiment for Scholar in the Rain. Goodbye. What? What? Yes.
Hello. I do love a little conversation to break up the monotony. Have you been enjoying your time at Sandstone Villa? Farewell. You wish to speak?
What? What?
tour of our great city. It is beautiful. From here all the way to Sandstone Villa. I oversee much of our economic relations with other powers. Gold is the road to diplomacy, in many respects. We are the principals of Adessa, so to speak. With our hands and voices, we guide our brethren and neighbors. I must get back there soon. I don't spend nearly as much time in the librarium as I would like. The Forum is a place for all gnomes, where we Templars are humbled by the people's trust in governance. Perhaps the greatest house of learning in all of the Phalans. The complexity of ideas and the thought within is truly astounding. It was born during the early years of the war, though thankfully away from the conflict. Travel far.
What? 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 What?
Bloody chests. Hello again. Have you decided to give dispelling those containers a... I'm never a pleasure.
Yes? Yes?
is it you require of me?
What? 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 What?
Hello again. What can I assist you with? Ah, should you have a pleasant day? Hello again. What can I assist you with? I'm afraid your investments have yet to return. Have a pleasant day.
What? Yes? Salutations. What?
Well, look at you.
You wish to speak?
What?
But your latest treatment very clearly states that the evidence...
Yes?
What I found confusing was how this completely contradicts the findings you presented 2 years ago.
Well, the thing about that is...
This is correct. Your Euphrates? Or Symposium? I figured you would know best.
Well, it's all very complicated, as I'm sure you're aware. What? Yes?
unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, they expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. Did it? Here you stand, suspecting me of a great many crimes, yet unable to lift a finger. Tell me, who has the power? Or what? You'll slaughter me in a murderous rage? Typical. Your kind is as predictable as it is stupid. I'm afraid you'll find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. Attack me in this city, and I won't just have you clapped in irons. No, I'll hand you over to the scholars in the Basilica for research. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the will of souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out.
If setting fire to the librarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, gnome society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. Ventrinio Dessalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Adessa's political buzzards are circling.
You wish to speak?
You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the... You can leave me to deal with Octien. I believe Fomerus Hughes is on his way here, with information more pertinent to you.
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon. True, but this young lady says she has a way to fix that. I'm not sure how you know Elinshare, but she seems quite eager to speak with you. When you meet Ventrinio, be careful. His genius comes at the price of his sanity. He may want to kill you the second time around for good measure. If he hasn't yet gone completely mad, Ventrinio should be able to get you into Alabastra. Unfortunately, research on the Well of Souls will be put on hold. Octien organized it in secret, and the other Templars will want to learn all they can of it. But I do not think I'll be idle in the meantime. With Octien out of the way, there will be need of a new Templar in Adessa. Octien's journal shows that Ventrinio's assistant died during an important mission into the heart of Alabastra. I don't know how to say this, but the date of the assistant's death is shortly before you came back to life. My old colleague, Ventrinio Dessalini. For a time we worked together under Templar Octien. He was a brilliant scholar, but a terrible person.
Greetings.
You wish to speak?
Fancy a chat?
You wish to speak?
Yes?
Fancy a chat?
not the outcome I had anticipated. That you were able to deal with it is gratifying. Killing Bruton should send a message to his masters to stop their plans. I heard what he said about my death. It seems I am indebted. With any luck, the serpent will not bite without its fangs. Our business can be concluded. You have proven capable beyond measure. As a reward, I give you the deed to Sandstone Villa. It is now yours, completely. If you wish, you may make improvements to it at the Grand Bursars. Now there is much I must attend to. I am off. I believe our business is concluded.
What now?
Welcome to the Bursar. Hello again. What can I assist you with? I'm afraid you're in... Have a pleasant day. Hello again. What can I assist you with? Ah, so you are the new owner of Sandstone Villa. Very well. If you wish, we can have crews begin work immediately. Excellent. We'll begin work at once. Have a pleasant day. Hello again. What can I assist you with? Is that so? Well, we can certainly arrange that. Work shall begin on it at once. We've supplied you with a forge, should you feel the desire to perform some handiwork of your own. Very good. We'll have it ready for you soon. Have a pleasant day. Hello again. What can I assist you with? Is that so? Very well. The labs have graciously donated a potion bench for your private use. But after this point, we won't be able to work any further on the house. You won't regret it, I can assure you. Have a pleasant day. Hello again. What can I assist you with? Regrettably, no. The quality and strength of the stone in your foundation cannot support any additional work. My apologies. Have a pleasant day. Hello again. What can I assist you with? I'm afraid you're in... Have a pleasant day.
Another? There were some whispers of what happened at Sandstone Villa, but no more. Yes, yes, go on.
At your service. Another welcome to you, Master. I trust you have managed to enjoy your time. It is the financial heart of Adessa. We process all of course, since many have their own means, the Bursars will perform various services in exchange for necessary capital. The villa is yours to do with what you will. If you wish to expand it, the Grand Bursars will provide that service. Farewell, Master.
we catch you making trouble again. Bye. Look what the dust brought in.
Hey there, how can I help? Hey there, how can I help? Hurry up with some meat, or it'll be my bones they'll be eating.
Look what the dust brought in. Look what the dust brought.
I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchant dock. See you
Be
soon.
on your...
We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsen Shir. The old fool never would listen to reason. A weapon is only as strong as the one that wields it, and a general is only as powerful as the army she leads. We need to convince Karth to lend us his aid. You can find him in the upper city, looking over the strait at Melsen Shir. The fool might as well be condemning the city. The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
Well, who can I send? I have all these notices and no courier. Fine. You look capable. Stern in the brow, proud of bearing. You are just what we need to deliver these notices. You'll do it, won't you? You've got to do better than the last fellow. There's pay. It's for the war effort. I'm the chief of recruitment, and don't think I've got time to go around handing out notices. Those notices are only the beginning. Went and broke his little leg. Oh, Lunala's tears. Hasn't a notion of how important our work is. No sense of the bigger picture. We're in Rathir. This is the war effort. How do you think we get a steady flow of soldiers into Cluricon? You've got to be organized, and everyone's got to pitch in. Notices of duty to denizens of Rathir selected to serve. The work can be hard, and you've got to, well, look the part. I'll give you a list of names, and you get each of them to accept their card. Easy as that. Well, what do you say? Will you do it? What I need are boots on the ground in Cluricon. I shouldn't say this, but if anyone can't or won't accept the notice, find someone else. Or make them. Whatever you need to do. Take these cards, deliver them to Runir Wesnan, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aifendel, and Varen Seawine. Almain? Odd. All can be found in Rathir. And I can be found in the officers' hall on the burn when you're finished. You can't fight a war without soldiers. True, we contract the war-sworn and volunteers arrive daily, but it's not always enough. Citizens of Rathir are selected on... Well, the process is secret. Even I don't know how. They're selected, a notice is sent, and they serve. The names are Runir Wesnan, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aifendel, and Varen Seawine. They're all in Rathir.
Ayla's in the
Be on
officers'
your
club.
way.
Round the back.
Many beautiful faces in the market.
10 years! This siege has gone on too long.
Please, find Selny. Tell her we betrayed. The lower tunnels. Go. Tell Selny No one else. Betrayed.
Step up. See what I have to sell. It's my brothers that ply the seas and bring me goods to trade. When I tire of Rithia, I'll wait till they return and back upon the foam. Not a bad sight from the bow of your ship, although I've never become accustomed to the strange ways of these southern Alfar. Darkalfar, or whatever you like to call them, like and unlike to their sisters in the north. Losalfar, that is. The goods here you'll not find the likes of anywhere else. Not without braving the raging seas, at least. Wind at your back.
Trading's done in the Prairie.
Well, goodbye.
Strong winds. All we haul ashore must pass the
Sorry, can't talk. Got pirates to hunt. I captained my first ship when I was no bigger than my papa's knee, and promptly crashed it into the dock, sinking 3 vessels with 1 wreck. It was then that I knew my destiny was to be a sailor. From that day forward, I spent my life on the water. 20 ships in 20 years. It must be some kind of record. He's as elusive as a north wind, a phantom with a skull for a face and fins for feet. Every sailor yearns for the chance to face dead Cal. He and his hangmen go where they please, masters of the Frostbreak.
A fine eve.
You? How in the... Erlek, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's
what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve Arn. I'm not even from the Tawili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all? The Rathir authorities don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Kuln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time. No, you wretch! You will rue the day you betrayed Crass. Do you hear me? Come back.
These Alpha women, bewitching as
Good day to you.
Are you new to Rathir? Are you here for the Scholia Arcana as well? My brother is. Are you a mage? I bet you're not more powerful than he is. The northern piers are called the Keys, where merchant ships dock for trade. It's safer there, sheltered by Bracken Bay, and farther from Cluricon. Only warships dock at the Burn, and it's all soldiers there. What with the officers' hall, though the healer's there too. I don't even know where to start. There's so much to tell. The Praderi, of course, where all the shops and stores are. And the Keys and the Burn, and the Upper City, where my brother's school is, and also the temple and those marvelous gardens. Oh, if you haven't been, you must go. The Scholia Arcana's there, of course, and the great houses. But the best part's the Lunar Gardens. It's always nighttime in the gardens, and so peaceful. You pass through there to the temple, which is also enchanting. The priestess is a fate weaver. That's where the poor in the city live. A bit of it's overground, but the rest's in the lower tunnels. It's true, they live in caves. Oh, Varen's a silly old oaf. He's always at the sea foam, and I've never once seen him study since he came here. I've seen one of the waitresses giving him the eye, too, though he pretends he doesn't see when I'm around. The tavern by the Keys. You'll find as many Varani sailors there as full Rathiri, and my lazy bones of a brother, too. Some merchants sell pails of fish or bolts of cloth, but Leargriff has all kinds of pretty things, and Gwalchme has anything and everything. I spent 3 whole days in the bookstore, and then I smelled every herb and powder at Rawani's. Pride of Praderi's got boring old weapons and armor. Surely you've heard of it, full of stuffy old mages and strange books, and the rooms Varen wouldn't let me go in. Just think what might be there. So long.
Students of magic, masters of spells. Mages worth their salt, buy from Leargriff's. A pleasure, I assure you. I've been supplying scholars and students alike for many a year. Those rare and potent marvels unavailable within their compound, I am happy to supply. Magic's mistress and goddess of fate, which is not but magic's deepest weave, after all. Lyria's city. Magic runs through its veins, echoes in its courts and byways, and I do my modest part. To be honest, I never actually passed the initiation trials. An oversight, I assure you. Arrogant fools.
there's no use. I've lost the keys. Now Gwaltmay'll have my head if I can't think up something fast. Say, you're not good with locks, are you? Would you help a poor fellow who's down on his luck? Me, Gwaltmay calls me lad whenever he wants me. And the others call me hardly anything at all. Just fetch this and lift that. Well, he's a good enough master all in all. Sees to it I earn every coin of my wages, though. No standing about, not in his shop. With all these people walking around, you'd figure someone would help me after I lost my keys. Yes, as in, no need for keys. Ace with a lockpick. Gwaltmay wants an old red ledger from the storeroom in the customs house. Oh, I'm afraid they're lost for good. Now, I might have dropped them here, or at Kest's table the other night. But it's just as likely I dropped them in Bracken Bay after I'd had an ale or three at the Seafoam. The chest it's in, that is, yes. Although I don't know which one it is. But it's down there, somewhere. Oh, now don't worry, nothing in the storeroom's seen the light of day in years. No one will mind if you pick a few locks before you find it. Gets these ideas into his head. Needs this old thing, needs that new thing. This time it's shard prices by the decade. Something to do with a deal he is or isn't striking with that Karasta trader. Oh, the things they say about that Lanshi. That she talked a Jotun out of his own hammer once. And another time sold some Varani fool his own silk for twice as much, after cutting it to ribbons and winding it on spools. The Chamber of Trade's on the way to the quays, and the storeroom's off one of the wings. Just pick any lock down there till you find the old ledger. Chamber of Trade basement. Just head toward the quays. Oh, and have these. That should help.
Don't you just love the luminary leaf? I could sit here reading for days and not reach past the first shelf. I'm studying in preparation to join the Scholia Arcana. Is there any other reason to be in Rathair? This is where magic lives.
War is ugly. Perhaps if the generals did more reading, the scholars did more fighting, then everyone would better understand the pointlessness of violence. It is the only place to be if you wish to study the arcane, to see the lunar gardens, or to gain an audience with the archsage himself.
How do you know my brother? Wait. He's dead? Ram. No, it can't be. I told him this would happen, but he wouldn't listen. Pig-headed fool!
War isn't the way. Anyone who knows history knows that. But Ram was too impatient for words. He was so brash, so brave. We couldn't have been more different, Ram and I. He always excelled at hunting, fighting, combat. Me? I was always the family joke, a boy with his nose in a book. What Ram never knew, and will never know now, is that I admired him greatly. I wanted to be like him. Strong, confident, passionate. True, I believe that the Crystal War is a doomed affair, but my criticism of it was more about keeping my brother home. Home, safe.
Welcome, friend, to the Luminary Leaf, bookseller extraordinaire. In truth, I once thought I might be a poet, but it seems in the end I am more shepherd than ram to my flock of tomes. Ah, you see? My metaphors always run amok somehow. Nearly any book you can imagine can be found here, at the Luminary Leaf, be it history, verse, or scholarship. Though, I must confess, we are not as well supplied in gnomish texts as I would like. Now, while many books can be found only within Scholia Arcana walls, others can only be found without. Gnomish texts, magical controversies. The ancient steps of our founder and prophet are dear to any Rathiri's heart, but mine shall always stir to the brave tales of the war-sworn of old, pitting steel and valor against chaos itself. I cannot ascend the steps of the spire without thinking on the first lines of the Fall of Dwinian, nor espy the Wending and not recall Stone Shadows. Rathir is a city of letters. I dare anyone to say otherwise. Pelewin tugs at the heartstrings. Medara's mists at dawn takes my breath away. If you seek something a bit more rough and lively, the Varani Kesseniki or Sea Chance might be worth a read. Fare thee well.
Move along.
Ruwani, apothecary, alchemist, importer, and cultivator at your service. Oh, you've met them? Well, any friend of theirs is a friend of mine. Although, truth be told, those sisters can be a little strange sometimes. I've always found the mystery of herbs and fungi far more fascinating than anything else. As soon as I was old enough, I was apprenticed to the great Rilf Janik. You have some skill in the craft, if I'm not mistaken. It would be an honor, a compliment to me, if you made use of my alchemy bench. Were you aware that 37 varieties of vine, flower, and tree can be found here? Discounting, of course, the lunar gardens. Have you been? The true marvel of our city, if you ask me. Blossoms you will see nowhere else in Amalur. Good evening.
Mind your step.
items of power.
The liberation of Milsenshire is close. Hurry!
More blood for the war. The ships are all moored up until Elund Karth says otherwise. We aren't visiting Milsenshire anytime soon.
This is Cluricon we're talking about. Not
Round the back.
You there, my lovely. I like the look of you. I have gold to slip in your purse in return for a small favor.
Me? You wish to know about me?
I'm flattered, but I prefer to keep my cards close to my chest. The sea wreaths her. Old stone lifts her high. Gold and magic pulse through her veins. In the city of Rathir, a soft whisper in a dark corner unlocks many doors. Oh, now, don't sound so suspicious. I need some help in a matter of business. Tell me, do you know the merchant Gwalchmay? I am trying to strike a deal with that willful man, and I think I have found just the thing. Only, I cannot be the one to do it. The man who owns the goods store in the Prairie. He's got his thumb on nearly all the trade in this city. I can't sell anything without his good word, it seems. I have already tried to negotiate with him. He proved hard, stubborn, and unpliable. We could not reach a deal. I was hoping a new face and a new approach might cause him to let down his guard, become reasonable. How very astute of you. Now, Gwalchmay, I have learned, has a weakness for rare wines. This right here happens to be a bottle of Maybrin, his favorite. I wish we had more than just the one. Pity. Here's the contract for him to sign. The better a deal you strike, the sweeter I will make your reward. If I were to approach him, he'd dig his heels in. But a fresh face such as yours, bearing a bottle of his favorite wine? It might just work. More than the bottle I gave you? Very good. If you can use that to strike a better deal, I will see you paid more than it's worth. In his goods store, in the Prairie, the market. It's near the center of town. Get him drunk on Maybrin wine, and he should be magnanimous with the contract. Be good, my lovely, and I'll be good to you.
Have you delivered those notices yet? No?
Hurts worse than a Banshane's kiss.
Believe me, I've seen worse off in Chloricon. Have you been? Foul land, rank as a Cruddock's breath, and bleak as the Northern Sea. And that's without the damn Tuatha. There's no disease or curse or superating wound I haven't seen 1,000 times in Chloricon, so don't be shy, and try not to whine. This part of the officers' hall's my domain. I pass fresh recruits before we send them off, and treat them when they return. The ones from Chloricon are the worst. Missing or rotting limbs, the pox, that sort of thing.
All right.
Please, I'm only a soldier back from Chloricon. Don't kneel, and I'm afraid I don't do blessings. As you know, until the siege ends, it's a lot of sitting around and brief skirmish. I tell you, we need a place like this in Chloricon. Sure, there are places to drink and gamble, but nothing with Clark.
You're not army. What are you doing here? Just another soldier on leave, and I don't like questions. We call it a war, but it's more a dying man's truce. We crouch in Melsen Shear. Of course, most of it's in Chloricon, where the damned war is. We're a bloody war hero, haven't you heard? And besides, he's right there.
days and I'll be ahead.
This is the City Watch. Do you have a crime to report? Or any other matter? My rank is First of the Watch, and I report directly to Captain Talabor. To be honest, crimes in Rathir are uncommon, outside the lower tunnels at any rate. An occasional drunken brawl among Varani, disputes between merchants, that is all. The Wending, where the poor live, extends into tunnels carved in the rock. Crimes there are hard to police, and the tunnels run deep. Thieves and the like will vanish there, and re-emerge when we are gone. Think of the Watch as the right hand of the Orbicant. We keep the prison, keep the peace amongst the people. The council which governs Rathir. No one knows who is on the council, though you may see their palace atop the spire. They are cloaked in robes and shadows, but do not concern yourself with that. Good then. This is the City Watch.
Welcome to the City Watch. I'm its captain. Now, how can I help you? Has something been lost or stolen? We see that order is kept and law-breaking does not pass unnoticed. If I may say so, you will find no crime on the streets of our city, I assure you. Our prison is here within the Watch. All but the worst criminals serve their sentence there. Not a pleasant, a grand and venerable city, is it not? Like none other. Enjoy your stay in Rathir.
City Watch.
Well, you're no guard. Here to let me out, is that it? That's a jest, mind you. Even if I could slip out of here, the damn watch would have me back before you could count 12. I'd swear. Let's just say if you carried 100 crates from ship to vault, no one's none the wiser if one or two... What am I here for, you mean? Would you believe I disgraced the great house's daughter? I had a right good swindle going with some Wending lads. But are they locked up? No. Bloody hell. Whenever they do let me loose, I don't fancy I'll stay longer than a whore's wink. Anyway, go then.
Keep the pace.
You're lost. Only the prison lies this way. You don't want to end up in there, believe me. What's worse, though, is resisting arrest. We are the City Watch, and this is our home. You are a guest. Conduct, do not think us a people given to folly or crime. But in a city so large as this, there must always be except good then.
aside. Welcome to Rathir, outsider.
Move along, citizen.
I didn't do it, honest. Had my hand on the dead thread.
Hey, mate, there's a switch here somewhere. Pull it, and we're all free.
Hey, mate, there's a switch here somewhere. Pull it, and we're all free.
City Watch never rests.
Stand aside.
City Watch, overlord.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Hello.
This is the sage crafting table. If you want general goods, you should speak to Master Gwalchmay over the... Oh, he's been very good to me. I knew my gems were good, but they wouldn't seem to sell in a market stall. Yes, they're my favorite place. So peaceful. The blooms and... Oh, it's so lovely. The lunar gardens. Not that I've seen much else of the world. It takes great concentration. You can get lost in the work. I can't tell if he's lazy or clever, but he gets away with... so much for his aid. Goodbye.
Greetings. You have come to Gwalchmay's goods, provisioner to all Rathir, to high and low, great house and sparrow alike. They are the rag pickers and dust grubbers of the city. Mind you, the great families of Rathir, of course, as rich in power as in gold. Visit the upper city, it's humble servant to great house, sparrow and soldier alike. Women and men in want of things make their way. I could tell you a thing or two about this city. Did you know, for instance, that Faldrin Afari ain't cast a spell and ate it? I could say a thing or two about Wyvern Gif as well, if I didn't fear the consequence. Oh, him? No one knows his real name. Some say he was next to the Archsage, once, up Spireton. Then a spell went wrong, or his lover fell to her death. The first four are easy enough to find about the city. But the fifth? Few know the truth. Yes, what about him? I sent him on an errand and I'm still waiting. The Wyverns had a claim of their own, mind you, but their marriage to Gif, a scandal. I know the truth of it, but I'm not at liberty to say. Wherever did you find it? Forgive me, it's just they're devilish hard to find. You likely had no idea, but there's not a wine in the world I love more. In fact, I think I'll uncork this now and have a sip. Or two. Two bottles? Now this is a happy day, oh yes. Friend to any soul with such distinguished taste in wine. To you, Fred, a remarkable woman, there's no denying. But you be wary. Those are rotten-smelling stinkers, they are. But how they love the scraps and tot. Now there's Anwan and Wyvern Gif. The old oak and the greenweed, some say. A Mayburn? Oh, yes, very much. Excellent vintage. My warmest thanks. Very thoughtful of you. Very kind indeed. A third? Ought to save it. But I've had to. Why stop now? So good. Nothing like it. Just lie down for a moment. Easy does it. What is it? Lancian Alpha dress. Hawks on her neck. One at the door. Area. Don't let them in. The ring. If you're looking for an introduction, you can bloody well look elsewhere. A powerful merchant with a thunderous headache. The what? The wine? I'm afraid I've come again when I've slept a little. Bring more Mayburn if you've got any. That thing? Take it away. Oh, my poor aching head. I'll look at it later. Yes, later.
Just look at it all.
The army keeps lording the burn.
Waltz maze is just...
What is it? The what? Come again when I've slept a little. Bring more Mayburn if you've got any. What's that? More Mayburn? Give it to me. It's the only thing for this aching head. A Mayburn? Oh, yes. Carasta's contract. Ha! I made my stand known to her. Don't think I'll change it now on account of some wine already drunk and forgotten. That woman got the best of me this time, and I don't deny it. I'll hardly turn a Mayburn. Oh, yes. Carasta's contract. Ha! I may come again.
A prayer for our troops.
You have come to Gwalchmay's good. They are the great families of Rathir of Pumbel, servant to great house. I could tell. Cast a spell and ate it. The first four are easy enough to find. Yes, what about him? I sent the Wyverns had a claim of their own, mind you. Oh, him? Some say he was next to the Archsage. What, Abram wine? You likely had no idea, but there's not a one. Another? I could cry just to look at it. Best to drink it now. Yes, a remarkable woman, there's no denying. Rotten-smelling stinkers, they are. Now there's Anwan, and what friend to any soul with such distinguished... A Mayburn? Oh, yes. What's this? Trade agreement, eh? It's yours. What, I'll give it to you for a song. That will get Carastas going. Ah, ha, ha, ha. trader you are. It's a song, but for you, here's a sweeter one. There you go.
Looking for gems or shards? Drunk again, thanks to you. Now I'll have to watch my gems until he sobers. Then he'll be hung up. So long.
Just look at it all.
What can I get you, love? The contract. You have it. Let me see. This is... I don't believe my eyes. Did he agree to this? Oh, my lovely. You have done well. This will be very profitable for me. And so it should be for you. Don't let the old dog fool you. He is as shrewd and stubborn as they come. But like any old dog, his tail will wag for just the right treat. Leaving me? So soon?
The burns for army.
Gold ever market. Over common sense.
Trinkets.
Oh my.
Sif Sater at your service. Don't mind the racket. Just my wife, that harpy across. Proud is right. And why not? Fitted most of the Alfar army. No frills, no finery. First and greatest mistake I ever made. Only thing sharper than her wares is the tongue in her mouth. My craft is shields and armor only. The art of it's in the balance. Too heavy and you can't move in it. Majestic towers, crisp sea air. And I spend my life in here, with that milksop Adar and my spiteful hag of a wife. What a mouse! Look at the way he taps at the forge. Scared of his own damn shadow. So long.
I'll sell you weapons, but if it's armor you need, you'll have to speak to that husband of mine. Good enough an apprentice, though he's wanting some encourage. Still, I pity him. The hours he spends under the... Him? If you've any love of life, don't talk to him. Can't abide a joke. I like to think that every weapon I forge just might kill one of those two Arthur. A terrible thing. Much as it keeps us in business.
Before the war, the people of Rothia were filled with hope, with joy. Most of them, anyway. Have you met my husband?
Come see me again.
Good day to you. Can you imagine the day they wed? It's beyond me. Some days I think it's all a jest, and they're like a pair of lovebirds when I'm gone. Know what I dream of? A quiet forge, Nothing but that's the day I'll finally make my own work. Until then, mending, sometimes all I have is a sturdy hammer and an anvil. Never thought I could be unhappy working at a forge. Rathir is quite busy now. It wasn't always this way. It was when I was young, the Tuatha stormed Erethel. They broke. Those fires took the southern docks. It's called the Losgiad now. Now, the burn.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Be on your way.
Herbs and powders, potions and salves. Good day.
Had to be somewhere. Here, or the keys, or...
Another Varrock. Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Another Varani?
Stand aside!
Are you a trader? A captain? What? Do you have any business at all in the customs house? Atali was... If you need something, speak up. If not, I was born and raised there. My father was something of a scandalous wretch. You're standing in it. Or hadn't you noticed? I can't imagine why you are if you... I am in fact aware that I am a gnome, and that this is Rathir. Don't think every If you must know, Adessa and I do not suit each other. And I'm very good at counting. Have you any notion the sum total of crates that enter and exit Rathir's... I know the profit and cost to the city, the average writs of trade per season, the escrow on accounts... No need to shout. It's not that I didn't hear it, it's that I don't know the name. This Hast isn't a shipper, buyer, chandler, or clerk. Ask Oneth at the desk if you must. He's more familiar with the riffraff than I am. The tally was this figure, and this...
This is the customs house. All your papers in order, then? Well, you'll need those to move your cargo. Say, all trade in and out of Rathir must pass through customs. And Lyrius, can't miss her. She's the gnome right over there, shouting and making tallies and Dolan. There's a form for port of entry, 3 for the unloading of cargo, and 4... Oh, so many forms. They just keep piling up. Then I get them muddled and Augustus Scott. Why, the tavern around the corner. Always good cheer there. And never so many papers and crates. Step outside and turn northwest. Those docks are open to merchants when an island is not an island. More crates of goods, soldiers' feet, and mages' robes crop. Where they come from, I don't know. But they come on boats in all seasons and with goods from all of... I don't know what you're talking about. And you don't either. Coming in here and saying that out loud in front of everyone? Lyria! Depends on how loud you ask and whether there's gold crossing the counter, now doesn't it? Don't! Please! I've overheard them in the back. I've heard them go back there, to the little grill. They ask, what cost the lot by sea? And the answer is always, 5 and 9 by night. In the back, on my right. Remember, 5 and 9 by night. Lyria, where did I put the second form again?
Port today, see tomorrow.
Trading's done in the Prairie.
City Watch, be on your way.
Tell me, what cost the lot by sea? I thought the meddler was taken care of along with the gnome. Go on. Hawks will want to hear this.
Heroic, my fine little war swan. You have tracked and fought your way to my very door, but the vault has been emptied and Lord Beeson has flown to Eamon's Isle. You don't even know, do you? Your own history. Well, let it stay buried. Out of your hands, out of mine, and in Beeson's. Fear not, the Farlangi shall bring a beauty terrible and sublime into the world. Now!
not believe it.
Aye, it was the third day then, and the ale had run dry.
Lyria, light your way.
Beeson. If it's true he's gone to Eamon's Isle, we must follow immediately. I know a ship's captain here in the city. Hopefully Captain Gonthorm isn't already hired. Take this, a token from Delfric himself. We should send word of our discoveries to him immediately. Some say he is a match for Calidus and that he sits on the Orbicant. Either way, he's a mage of considerable power. If he's behind all of this, then I fear this is only the beginning. It was built in the time of the First Sworn. No Niskaric artifacts are stored there, but if the accounts are true, much of our early wisdom was kept in the Stronghold's chapel. I wish my searchers turned up half as much as yours. These mages call themselves Farlongi, but no one has ever heard of them. Half of those I spoke to hadn't heard of what happened at Brigand Hall, and they, if anyone, should have. They're supposed to watch for such things. Beeson has cloaked his actions well. I have wondered about them since we last spoke. They take the name from the legendary mage Farlong, but I do not know why. I know only his name as a foe of Aegon, son of Aemon, and I know the histories well. Any time she was not on duty, she spent among our histories and our ancient sites. I learned from her what the Warsworn were, and the things we lost. But she never found the secret she was looking for. The founders of our order long ago, they amassed great knowledge about fighting Niskaru, nearly all lost and forgotten. As soon as a ship can be chartered, yes. Search for Captain Gonthorm on the docks. If he has a ship free, I believe he will take us. You, bring word to ancient Delfric. Now, let's get to the keys.
Good day, friend.
from the Scholia Arcana, aren't you? Here to embarrass me? Well, I don't care. I'm glad I was dismissed. So you met my sister? She's been in Rathir almost as long as I have. I'm her hero, and I'm nothing but a drunk. Oh, please don't. One thing I've learned. The ladies here are like the Spire. Breathtakingly beautiful and completely honest. Those cowards dismissed me. Afraid of me. Afraid of how difficult it would be. What is this? Ah, it was only a matter of time before the army found me out. Just my luck. This calls for another drink. I'll have to pack my things. Ah, Alison. How do I tell my sister? Where will she live? How will she live? Army wages can pay for Alison now, but I'm leaving her. I'll send money. I hope she doesn't end up in the Wendy. Let them sleep in their lofty towers. I'm headed for a real life, not sitting in front of books or... Rove, another ale! Make that two!
What can I get you, love?
Hello there, stranger. Grab a mug and I don't own the place, but I know the drink is good. After all, I brought it here. Isn't it a grand thing? Takes whatever swill I want. I'll be the richest wine merchant in Rathir. The city has seen better times. It's been frantic here ever since the war touched down. I've been a wine merchant for several years, but I don't need to do that anymore, now that I've got it. Glad to help. Back again? Glad to help. I was wondering when word would get out that I had the bauble. Just recently came to it. But I'm afraid I can't give it over, stranger. It's not for sale. But I'm afraid I can't give...
I do love hearing a sailor's yarn.
Seafoam Tavern. Food, drink, and beds for all. A room? We've got rooms. Don't mind a flea or two. The sheets might be fresher, but we've got room. As you like. It's all the same to me. Here's how Rathir is. At first glance, you see naught but marvels. Take a third glance. Through those cracks, more marvels. This is the only establishment in all Rathir that's not Alpha run. If they let me have it, seeing as I lived and worked by them.
A moment, love. I'll be right with you.
Get this. I wake up yesterday morning with the worst headache, no shirt, and a note that I'm fighting a duel. Me? Fighting a duel? I don't know how I got into it, but it's all rot unless I can find a second. I swear I don't remember a thing. Apparently I challenged Dalton. I do seem to remember him and his bulky arms sitting smugly in the sea foam, taunting me. Surely you've heard of him. Back from Cluricon, and everyone's talking about his exploits on the battlefield. They used proud son of forested traders, My name is gold in every watering hole and board house in Rathir, and you can't fight a duel without one. Now, you might be thinking, a popular fellow like Wade... Well, turns out my friends are all drunken cowards. Look, you seem tough enough. Be my second, and I'll make... Thank Lupoku. There is something else I should mention. There is no one... Before you go to Dalton, that's my opponent, find Gelfine in the Wending and ask for some rows of shadows. She'll know what you mean. Then go to the officers' hall in the burn, and on the sly, put some on Dalton's sword point when you inspect it. All in good time, my friend. All in good time. The way I see it, I'm doomed to end up in Mel Senshir, and I want some freedom, and you're going to help me, right? After you've got the rows of shadows from Gelfine and the Wending, you've got to talk to Dalton. He'll show you his dueling sword. Dab a bit of the rows of shadows on it. Then, now, time for my part in this business.
A moment, love. I'll be right with you.
Stay dry, Captain.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Give us a wink, love. Drives my rut. Nail of a husband mad. Farewell, love.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me? Stay safe.